talk.
I don't know what you want me to say.
Just recite some poetry.
I'll recite some poetry. All right.
How should you compare me to a summer's day?
What was that?
What?
Said, how would you compare me to a summer's day?
Oh,
Am I more fragrant or more lovely?
Here now, I've got some Mary Oliver right here.
All right.
All right.
Get your crossword book.
Rough winds do shake the darling buds of May.
And then throw away that Ouija board because the incantation worked and she's here. So.
Okay.
All right. When you put your drink down, put that down on the crossword. That way it won't.
Oh, my crossword.
It won't tick tock.
What about
on the
that?
crossword? On the crossword.
There's a pencil in there, see.
I hear you. All right. I'm just trying to reduce the smack table sounds.
Smack table sounds.
All right. Let's.
That's a real thing. Who else is on this podcast?
It's just us three.
Oh, it's just the three of us?
Just three of us.
No,
All right.
Gene?
All right, burn. Now we'll might need the Ouija board in the future. All right, don't burn it.
We need to light a candle for Gene?
No, not yet. We're not invoking the gene, but he's definitely down, and maybe that'll be a porch episode. But all right.
Sure.
And 3, 2, 1.
Hello?
We're still here.
All right. How's the volume? Could you hear us?
Can you hear us?
Yeah?
Okay, Mike's gonna start. Hold on.
All right, get comfortable.
Brace yourself.
Brace yourself. It's been a while.
It's been a minute. It's been a hot minute.
Ding, ding, ding. Welcome to the Chainsaw Bar. Bing, 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 ding, ding, ding. Welcome to the Chainsaw Bar. I'm your host, Mike, joined as always, and sometimes as always,
Not as always, but sometimes by Madeline.
and
Leah.
Leah via the internet web system we've invoked.
We're trying.
All right, we appreciate you all listening.
By the miracle of science and technology.
We're still here, all of us and everybody. We're still keeping our social distance, and we're doing great. Social distancing. Love it.
Love it. Love it way more than I should.
Oh, Leah, how have you been coping with the COVID-19?
I've been gardening.
Mm-hmm.
And enjoying not working.
Mm-hmm.
Fair.
Love it. How are the goats doing?
Do what?
How are your goats?
Oh, they're giant pains in the ass.
Oh.
They're still, cute, but, they're the fuck-up twins, so.
They're so cute.
They really
I
are.
love seeing your goats.
Tasty.
We're not going to eat her goats.
Oh, you don't eat the goats?
Those aren't eating goats.
Oh, these aren't eating goats.
No,
I thought
those
they.
are dairy goats, not meat goats.
Oh, okay. All right, that's
Dairy goats,
less
not
cute
meat
to me.
goats. Why is that less cute? You love goat cheese.
I do love goat cheese. Probably more than goat.
Actually, like
Yeah, way more than goat. I like goat cheese way more than goat.
in real life, freaking love me some goat cheese. Love me some goat yogurt, which I never thought I would love.
Mm.
Have you had goat butter?
No, are you gonna
What?
make me some?
I've never had it yet, but I noticed that it was at Ingles for like $7.
Wait, was that the
What?
weird McCain something brand in a blue wrapper? I seen that today in
Maybe.
Save More. It had a picture of a goat, and I was like, wait, goat butter?
Well, hell, girl, you start making me some goat butter.
Well, I mean, I gotta get the goat pregnant first, and that apparently only happens in the fall.
Yara?
Yeah.
She's such a prude. She won't get pregnant. She'll never be the final girl.
Nope, not the
No,
final
she'll
girl.
actually probably always be the final girl. I love that goat. I really admire her. I admire her prudence.
Okay,
All right, back to horror.
back to the real
We
deal
went
here.
totally off topic there.
Nah, it's
No,
alright.
no. We're
We like-
talking
we
about
like food.
final girls and goats.
Yeah, and food and final goats.
Look, goats have a real firm stance in horror.
Oh, totally.
So,
They could be the face of horror in general. Aside from the hockey mask, definitely could be the face of horror.
I'm trying to turn up the volume on Leah there because I don't know how much you're
It sounds-
picking up. It sounds good?
It sounds good. Yeah, that'd be fine.
Okay.
But all right. So we're all coping pretty good in COVID. I've been doing a lot of home projects, making stuff, cleaning iron skillets and building ovens, and I'm gonna build a roof. And that's pretty much what I've been doing in COVID. Unemployment is pretty grand if you get it, and that's till the end of July, so I can't complain because there's a $600 bonus, which is, I don't know what that is in pounds or Canadian money, because we pounds and Canadian, they're the only two countries that support us outside of the USA and like people that know us, because we have one listener in Canada, we appreciate you, and we have that one listener in England.
I'm pretty sure they're both smart enough to figure out the exchange rate.
Probably. I'd say yes. I agree. They're probably smarter than us.
They're probably smarter than we are. Also, but basically what we're saying is people on the dole in the United States right now are doing better on the average than they were when they were working.
It's really sad.
It's really remarkable.
But that aside, COVID's been pretty crazy. I'm the one that goes out and grocery shop, so I look at the madness every day. So many people no masks. So many people don't care. So many people just have that dead-eyed look when they walk down the aisles against the arrow. It's just crazy going out there in society. It's just like, it's like Shaun of the Dead. Like they're just kind of going through the motions.
Right.
And there we are. It's crazy.
Yeah. All right, what's your next note, Mike?
Next note, of course, is what did we all watch this week? Leah, what you got? What did you watch this week?
I watched a brief snippet of Castle Freak.
Hmm.
Have you seen it?
Yep.
Yeah, it
I
was
have not.
interesting.
It's one of those blue full moon productions. Blue Moon Productions. The people that brought you Subspecies, if you don't know.
Ah, well, I know subspecies, so.
So that company brought us the Castle Freak. Yeah, that's pretty fantastic. If you're in that kind of mood, it's a real.
Yeah, I wasn't. My husband put it on.
I didn't realize that company who brought me subspecies were still in business.
They're around. I don't know if they are still. I'm pretty sure they are actually. But yeah, they still do weird things. And that's one of them. That was still almost 15 years ago, if not more. Castle Freak.
Okay.
96.
They're even more. Yikes. 96. Good lord.
I was gonna say, I was thinking a little bit longer than that for subspecies, but as one of those rare human beings who have watched, for some reason, all of the subspecies sequels. Look, I'm not ashamed, but maybe I ought to be because they're not great.
Yeah, they fit into the theme of today's show, which is vampires.
Yes.
Which we will be discussing next after what Madeline watched this week, which
What did I
apparently
watch
was
this
not
week?
Subspecies.
It was
Interestingly enough,
not subspecies. What
nor
did I
Castle
watch?
Freaks.
Well, you were here with me. What did I watch?
I don't know. I know you watched some stuff, and it wasn't bad.
Since our last podcast, I watched The Vampire's Assistant. ironically, without knowing that this was our thing. And no, I didn't do it with my children, although I invited them to watch it. I just watched it on my own. That was pretty cool.
We tried to force them. Didn't work out.
Yeah, they weren't into it. What did I watch?
Vampire Assistant.
Yeah, that was pretty cute.
What was that guy's name? The main vampire guy.
The guy from
all the bad movies.
Yeah, the guy from the movie with Will Ferrell.
Oh, that's him. Yeah, he's like Will Ferrell's sidekick, but he's got the leading role in this. And it's not
Right,
bad.
he did. It wasn't bad. It was kind of cute. I didn't. I thought they.
Are you talking about John C. Reilly?
Yes,
That's the one.
that's the one. Yeah, John C. Reilly was pretty epic in that portrayal of a vampire. He did a well-to-do job.
Yeah, and
I couldn't
I
hate
have
it.
this thing with presentation in film where, like, I know they picked Salma Hayek because she's hot, and she's a great actress, and nothing against her. She's a great actor. But having like a person who isn't a bearded lady play a bearded lady, okay, there's a representation thing there, which you can go either way. Like at least there's a bearded lady.
Where
But
are
in
you going
this
to find
case,
a bearded lady in Hollywood?
hmm?
Where are you going to find an actual bearded lady in Hollywood?
Well, they could have used a real lady with a beard.
It's been tricky.
There's a few of them.
There's a
There's
few. They've also
it's one
got
of those things where it's like she has to be sexy, and then they made it into this.
exactly.
They made it into this kind of almost werewolf-like thing where the beard comes out when she's, being fierce, and then it recedes, which is ridiculous.
Yeah, that's kind of offensive.
It's kind of offensive,
That is
right?
very. Okay, I didn't get that far into the
Right?
film.
Did you not see
no,
that
I
part?
didn't see that
Oh
part.
yeah,
That's
it
pretty
goes out and
offensive.
then it comes back in, like
Ah.
retractable fangs, which is
Ah.
really offensive to bearded women with facial hair, women who have
Or anybody that really has facial hair.
what's the word for that?
Fuzzy. I don't think it's fuzzy. Probably not fuzzy.
But for like a lot of women in the PCOS community,
Yeah, like me.
like Leah, it's like exactly. I wasn't gonna say that, but now you said it. But yeah, it was kind of weird to see it portrayed like something that you could just use like a weapon. Now I'm my fierce beardy person with my tentacles. It was just like, oh, yeah, that's how they see women with facial hair. Well, that's pretty uncool. But overall, the movie was cute. That scene and the fact that maybe Selma didn't really know anything about what she was portraying. But yeah, it's her responsibility to look that up. You're right. I could hear it in your hand. It's her responsibility if she's taken on a role to look up the impact that's going to have in the community, and it is a fucking community. And if people out in my listenership are dogging women who have facial hair, grow up.
Totally.
Grow up. Look it fucking up. It's fucking. It's biology. Women grow facial hair. Go eat a dick. I don't have time to explain it to you. Just look it up. It's all over the internet.
Totally. Yeah, she definitely should have looked at it.
Yeah, it was irresponsible as an actor, I guess. And I don't disrespect her as an artist, but I think maybe she, you know what? But a lot of us have been there. A few years ago, years and years ago.
Well, if that's the way the character was written,
right, that is
They-
the way.
That's true.
That's true.
the responsibility's on them.
That's true too. But not entirely. Look, For Halloween, years and years ago, how many years? Who knows?
Who knows?
Years and years ago, remember that show Carnival that was on TV?
I fucking loved that show.
I fucking loved that show too. So like Halloween, the year we were binge watching Carnival, I was like, I'm gonna be a bearded lady, like the cool ass lady on Carnival. And I was. And I felt like so guilty since I realized this is a whole community of people. And I did it really tastefully. Don't get me wrong. I had like my whole like 1920s fucking finger waves. I cut the hair off my head and glued it to my chin with eyelash glue. I looked adorable. I was absolutely period 1930s bearded lady from from Carnival. And I didn't realize even then that this is a whole community of people, and I am absolutely turning them into a monster. And I felt so shitty when it hit my consciousness. Years later, like more than a decade later, it hit my consciousness. Should I have done that? Is that objectifying a whole group of people? Is that the equivalent of me dressing up as Pocahontas? Sexy Pocahontas?
Eesh.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
totally. Yeah.
white girl
totally
problems, but still, you gotta get through it.
Mm-hmm.
I've been told by several people that's okay what you did, but I didn't think of it at the time, and now I do. So we all evolve.
Yeah, I mean, it was a teachable moment. It's fine.
Well, I mean, if I learn something from it, then I'm going to keep moving forward. I'm not going to just berate myself till the day I die. But I did that, and I felt when I realized what was going on behind that, and what people with PCOS, for example, what people what bearded ladies go through in real life. When I realized that, and then I just kind of like looped it off at the circus element. I felt like real shit about that. I felt really bad. I still kind of feel bad about it. You can probably tell.
Would it make you feel better if I was bearded lady this year?
No.
Probably not.
Because
legit going out.
No, that wouldn't make me feel better at all. That wouldn't make me feel better at all. And I've done other appropriative Halloween costumes in my life. I'm a white girl, right? I've done it. If it's appropriative, I've done it. Gypsy, done it. When I was a kid, fucking geisha, did it. I was a little kid. I didn't know. Those were women that I admired. Those are women, and maybe that's the difference. Those are women that I admired, and I didn't try to sex them up. Maybe that's the difference. But
that's
the fact
what I hear is the difference.
That probably is actually the difference, and the fact that I was a child when I did a lot of this. I just chose women from cultures that were underrepresented and that I admired, and those were the women that I looked up to. I looked up to, I was raised Buddhist, so like Asian culture was really predominant in my childhood, and when I say gypsy, I don't say that word anymore, y'all. I say Roma. But at the time, I didn't. So that's why I put that out there. At the time, I didn't know better to say Roma. Now I do. So anyway, moving along. I'm getting off topic from vampires here. I'm getting into personal stuff. Sorry.
All right. Big breaths, everyone.
Deep breaths.
Yep.
Sorry, everybody. I just offended. I love y'all. I'm doing better.
Yep. We love you, bearded women of the world. You're no less people than anybody else. So
In fact,
awesome.
more.
Probably definitely. Maybe I don't know. I don't know. I've never actually met many, so
You
all
know,
right. I know Leah, but like I've never like came and she was fully bearded out. So
not that you knew.
not that I
What
knew.
about that lady on the road?
I'll never be fully bearded out.
So I don't know. Maybe I don't know. Don't know. Never met her.
Hmm.
But
What about JT from Latigra?
JT from La Tigra. We only seen her at that one show, and that was cool. But yeah, JT's pretty tough. She's a pretty tough gal. So I don't know. I don't know. Maybe, dude, it's JT. I'm
You
not.
can edit all of that out.
We're not gonna aim that out. But JT's JT. La Tigra's awesome. Great albums. Just listen to them if you can. And we're moving forward. The thing I watched this week was I watched Joe Bob Briggs's Friday Night Marathon starting at 9 live on Shudder, and I really should probably say, hey guys, can you guys give me some money? But I don't.
Hey.
Shudder.
Right? Woody watched that too.
Yeah, it's so good. Shudder's so fun. But Joe Bob Briggs, his live show every Friday, his new season started at 9 p.m. He starts a 2-movie marathon.
Last drive-in.
And we're into season 3. This week it was Maniac from 1979, I believe, or 77, 70s, and it's pretty great. Maniac. I only caught the second, probably 3/4 of it, apparently. And then the follow-up was one of my favorite films. Probably not terribly horror, but definitely could be there. The epic.
Paulson.
Definitely. The epic Heathers.
Yeah, that was fun. I watched that too.
Yeah, you sat down. I missed some Fortnite event because of it. I could have watched Major Lazer have a concert, but I didn't know about it because I wasn't on Instagram with Major Lazer. I will rectify that later. But I missed a Fortnite Major Lazer concert.
Oh, who cares?
You guys can watch it on
Heathers.
YouTube. I'll watch it on YouTube later. I would love to have seen that. But it's Fortnite. It's a fun game. But Heathers, fantastic film. Like, amazing performances. Christian Slater, one of his last major roles. Because I haven't seen Christian Slater in anything probably since.
Are you kidding?
Nope.
That was one of his earliest roles.
I don't remember him.
Yeah, that was one of his earliest.
I don't remember him past
I've
that.
never seen it, but I've seen a lot of talk about it.
Wait. You never saw Heathers?
Uh-uh.
Oh, girl. Sorry, I'm talking into the wrong
Device.
hole. I turned my head toward you, so Mike is redirecting me. What the fuck you mean you never saw Heathers?
How?
How the fuck you never seen Heathers? What
I
the
saw
hell?
like 2 minutes of it.
What?
What? What?
Like right after he blew up the gym or whatever.
At the end of the movie?
Ugh.
That's the only thing you saw?
Wow.
No, you gotta see the funny parts.
Yeah, you missed the entire movie then. You only
You
seen
missed
like
the entire movie.
that part wasn't even like
Yeah,
amazing.
yeah, that wasn't great at all. That was
just like
and the fact that you know the end of the damn movie without watching the movie.
it's just like
That's kind of a drag.
But that still, you missed so much of the rest of the movie. That doesn't even show characters, the fun part of the movie.
Oh my god.
Oh man, we're not even gonna talk about
Gag me with a spoon.
We're gonna drop off a copy of Heathers tomorrow.
I knew you guys were gonna freak out.
Yeah, it needed to happen. If you knew it was possible, you know it needed to happen already.
Then you know.
Oh my
What?
lord!
What? That movie came out
Like when I was in high school.
1988?
Elementary.
9?
Yeah.
I don't know. I could look it up if I pulled up my phone, but I don't know where my phone is.
We're using
Oh, it's right
it
in front of my face, but I can't use it.
because that's how we're communicating through the board.
Through
Which
the
is so
board
fun.
right here.
But yeah, you haven't seen Heathers. So I
What?
guess tomorrow we'll probably drop off
What?
a copy of Heathers for Leah so she can check that out. And
No, dude. Heathers.
if not, we'll figure out something else.
It's so good.
So good. Ugh,
Okay.
amazing.
It's ridiculously good. Okay, we're supposed to be talking about vampires, Mike. So get on
No.
topic.
This is on topic. This is what we watched this week. It's my turn.
Okay, fine.
But
It's your turn. I
yeah,
watched the same shit you did.
and
last
we're
week.
rolling along. We're only at 24 minutes, so we're doing
Okay.
great by comparison to our normal schedule. So Thank you for listening to the Chainsaw Bar. Cheers.
Cheers.
Vroom.
Cheers.
All right, let's get to the subject.
I'll splurge for some red wine.
So what about the red wine? Madeline needs some
I'll
more
splurge
red wine.
for red wine to talk about vampires.
I'm gonna go get some too.
Yeah, bring the box since we are box vampires. And as she's doing that, I will jump to explain the next subject, which is this week's subject on the Chainsaw Bar. We're going to cover the ill, malign, maybe not brightest characters in the horror genre, but very cornerstone. The vampire genre is what we're covering in the Chainsaw Bar this week.
Much maligned vampires.
Much maligned vampires.
I'm aligned then.
Yes.
Leah hates vampires.
Really?
Did you know that?
I did not know that. That makes it
Did
so
you know
much
that?
better.
It makes it so much better. We were talking about this before the show. We were giggling.
Ah, this is like
Because she hates vampires.
the box wine off the edge of the table's so near dark.
So near dark.
It's like
All right,
squishing.
let's talk about this. Leah hates vampires.
What's the hate about vampires? They're eternal. They're cute. They suck
They're
blood.
overdone.
They're overdone. Come on, they haven't been, with the exception of the Twilight, which kind of threw them into the horrible
No, they were
limelight.
overdone a long time before Twilight.
And the
Come on.
70s doesn't
90s.
count. You drop the 70s.
90s. That was
Blade
my time
was
to
it.
shine because I look like that.
Blade was it in the 90s.
No, Blade was not it in the 90s.
What else we got in the 90s?
In the 90s, fucking Bram Stoker's Dracula.
Okay, there's one.
Blade.
That was kind of
Blade
a big
2.
deal.
Blade
No.
3.
Yeah, Blade. I already said Blade. Don't be bringing up the
When did
Blade.
Underworld come out?
Underworld.
I'm just
I
saying,
think
it was
that
a
was
big
for
deal.
2000.
It was a big deal in the 90s. Vampires, after Bram Stoker's Dracula came out and Blade came out,
An interview.
an interview with a
Okay,
vampire,
all
big
right.
deal,
I'm
big
starting to
fucking
see it.
deal. Like, suddenly chicks who look like me got attention.
That's true.
I never had that kind of attention in my life. Like, I had attention and it was very, very negative. And all of a sudden it was like, well, cute goth chick. And I was just like, none of y'all ever thought goth chicks were cute. Whoever said I was goth, I just have dark hair and fair skin. For fuck's sake.
As soon as you met that personality, you've been run the other direction, brothers.
Skinny white girl with the black hair. Oh my god. All of a sudden it was like, woo.
Terrible.
I got a new stereotype, which was even weirder than the other ones, which weren't far off. I mean, it was pretty much like vampirism or witchcraft or devil worship or, anything you'd assume from like somebody with a dark hair and fair skin. We got. Where are you pointing?
The crossword book. Put the crossword
Yeah,
book
I
down
get
here.
it.
That way you can put it here since you're doing the
I see
left-handed
what I'm
thing. It's so loud. Sorry, listeners. It taps, and I have to edit
It's
it
so
out.
loud.
The board taps, and I have to
It's
edit
my
out.
glass of blood. I mean, wine.
Her fine boxed blood. The glass it's in taps the table, and I'm gonna let that next one pop so you guys can go deaf. But aside from that, yeah, vampires. We had like vampires with James Wood. That
What?
was
Which one?
amazing.
Vampires with James Wood?
Yep.
Yeah.
I didn't like that.
I can see why, but man, it was so good. It was so fun.
I like some of the ingenious hunting equipment.
Yes.
Was that the John Carpenter one?
Yes,
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I didn't really love that.
it was enjoyable. John Carpenter
I
again.
love John Carpenter. I'm not knocking John. I'm just
Fantastic
saying that
work.
that movie. It was kind of. I remember watching it. I'll say that it did not register on my list of favorite vampire movies.
All right, what you got on this? What you got for it, Leah? What you got about them vampires that you want to share with the universe?
Like for or against?
Either way.
Like,
You can totally
There
torch
are-
them. You can throw them in the sunlight and call it day.
Either way.
This is your shine on the table, step up into the limelight or the moonlight, and give us your opinion on the vampires in horror idea.
I like the chaotic, monstrous vampires. I'm not into the ones that are like the interview vampires where they're all foppish and inexplicably rich and all that dumb shit. I like the ones that nest or the ones that are just fucked up and have no humanity left, like the guys in Near Dark.
Okay.
Yeah.
What about 30 Days a Night?
Yes, them too.
That was fucking terrifying.
It was fucking terrifying.
That's probably one of the only vampire movies that's ever scared me.
That's
Those
true.
vampires were fucking scary.
That's true.
Those dudes were scary. They were like zombie scary.
They were like the 28 Days Later zombie definition.
Exactly.
Flipped to vampires. So
Yeah. Those vampires were actually like fucking. No, they aren't gonna seduce me. They're just gonna fucking straight up murder me.
Yep.
They would have fucking
Yeah,
straight
they
up
didn't care about
murdered me.
seduction. They didn't care about underworld power.
Yeah,
They just
yeah.
wanted to fuck shit up.
Yeah, that was an actually frightening vampire movie, and one of the very few vampire movies I can say ever actually was like frightening that I've ever seen. Because most of them are, I'm pining about my love and my struggle.
yeah, the Hugh Grants of
My
vampires.
humanity. Yeah, the Hugh Grants of vampires. The rest of vampire genre falls under this Hugh Grant kind of gloom. But that movie specifically struck out as a movie that was violently dangerous. Like,
Yeah.
they wanted to kill us. And maybe that, and maybe somewhat, what was that one, the Stephen King, was it Stephen? Salem's Lot?
Salem's Lot.
Salem's Lot of Stephen King.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was it.
They
Yeah.
kind of wanted to kill us, but for different reasons.
Yeah, vampires.
Not so much. Not so much as 30 Days of Night, though. 30 Days of Night, like, kind of stuck out.
Yeah, that was impressive. Yeah, I was always like kind of blown away. I seen that in theaters. It's like, wow, that was an amazing vampire movie. It's like, holy goddamn, just shocking.
They were just trying to fuck anybody.
Yeah, there wasn't any fucking, there wasn't any seduction. It was just straight up, let's murder and blood suck everything to death.
Straight up, I want you dead.
I want to just eat your blood and let's go.
It was like
It was
if
good
they
stuff.
had made a movie about snapping turtles.
Snapping turtles. Yikes. True. There's no thought in snapping turtle, just enjoys eating. The end.
Yeah. We used to have a pet snapping turtle. We know.
Yeah, they were. There's no love there.
They're fucking cute, but they don't love you.
They don't have any feelings. They're just like, their feeling is like, I need to eat that.
Like
I need to bite that and see if
our
it's
snapping
edible.
turtle was evil all the time.
Yeah, he was evil.
What was his name?
His name was actually Jack, but we called him evil all the time.
Yeah. Like I went and got some minnows and chucked them in his bucket one time, and like 10 minutes later, all those minnows were gone. I was like, what? That's like 10 minnows. How'd you eat all those? I caught those river minnows, and he demolished them. I was like, there ain't no minnows in here at all, and he ate them all. And he's just looking there looking mad about it, like I didn't bring him enough minnows or something. It was a funny. That turtle was probably about 50-cent piece. It was about a 50-cent piece round. It was not a big turtle when we found it. It was in a dang pile of motor oil at the damn rec park in Waynesville, and we're like, this guy's covered in motor oil. This is not cool. He's in the river, but the river's trash. Back in the like early 2000s, and there was just motor oil everywhere, and it's like, this is just gross. He's sitting in a rainbow puddle, and I'm pretty sure that's bad for you. So we took him home, washed him up, cleaned him, and then we kept him for about what, a few months?
We kept him a couple of years actually.
Yeah, it was a long time, but he was cute.
Wow.
He didn't get big, but
But did he bite us? Yes.
he snapped us a little bit, but I wouldn't say there was love there. I would say definitely there was some, you're not my dinner, so he kind of just looked at you.
He kind of looked at you with resentment, even though you rescued him when he was a baby turtle in January.
True.
In January, in a pool of, and basically a cesspool.
Cesspool of slime and
Nah, he
motor
didn't
oil.
know. He didn't know.
He didn't know. Yeah, we put
And
him.
he's a snapping turtle. You gotta know better. What I'm saying is, vampires, snapping turtles, things just want to kill you sometimes.
Yep.
Things just want to kill you.
And for the record, we eventually cleaned them up and found a river where snapping turtles were regular and not an invasive species, and we chucked them
They were
out.
also protected by the state. We put them up on the parkway where people couldn't hunt them.
Yeah.
People eat snapping turtles around here, y'all.
Yep. So, I like to think he's out there,
So
maybe threatening
we
some
put him
other
up
fish.
where he was protected.
Yep. It's a good little snapping turtle, but they are evil all the time.
Evil all the time. Leah, back to your story.
Distracted.
Well, I didn't have a story. Just
Yeah.
I agree. Vampires are evil all the time, and they should always be evil all the time, instead of sympathetic or the bullshit about vampires with a soul. You know.
You think?
I watched every single episode of Buffy and Angel,
I have not.
but
I watched
I'm
the
still
movie
not on board
Buffy,
with good vampires.
Fair enough.
and maybe I haven't watched enough series, but I watched the movie Buffy the Vampire Slayer, which was one of my.
Oh my god, the
Favorite.
movie's so great.
The movie is so fucking great. That is one of the best vampire movies on my list. Period. Hands down. Paul Rubens, I love you. You're my heart.
Best
Paul
death
Rubens.
scene ever.
Oh my god. Oh. Oh. Ah.
And there it is.
Ow.
Ah. And I hope you guys are deaf because I'm not editing that out. Enjoy.
No, please, because that is the best fucking death scene in any movie. Paul Rubens is a goddamn genius.
Yeah, that was a great scene.
I don't care
So
what
memorable.
anybody says. Paul Rubens. Woo!
That's right up there with I love my gay dead son. I love my dead gay
Okay,
son.
well, she hasn't seen Heather's, has she?
Did I connect it to it? No.
I did.
Yep.
Okay,
All right.
bye.
Fair. But yeah, another scene. Whatever. We'll sort this out after the show.
Yeah,
Anyway.
yeah.
Hey, speaking of vampires, how's your internet service over there in the other side of the world? Leah.
It's doing alright.
Do you have internet service? Do you have,
Yeah, we keep losing internet when it's windy, but otherwise,
so you can stream movies fairly safely, eh?
yeah.
Eh? Alright, that's what I was checking on. Alright, that'll help us here in the future. Alright, but so back to vampires. We watched What We Do in Shadows yesterday because it was
Oh my god, that show's so great.
yes. And it's vampires, so really come on, Leah. What's to say about vampires? They're so friendly and New Zealandish.
Actually, we watched the movie, not the series.
Not the series. Although what I've seen in the series is pretty fun too.
I didn't like it as much as the movie. Hands down. I
Hands
didn't
down.
like it as much as I liked the movie.
Yep.
What I saw in the series. It was still fun, but that movie was hilarious.
That movie was hilarious.
That movie gave me life.
Everybody's performances in that were great.
We're werewolves, not swearwolves.
Oh yeah, spoilers. Sorry everyone. You should have seen this.
Yeah, honestly, y'all.
Yep. If you haven't seen it, you definitely just go immediately stream it, pay Amazon, pay whoever the hell you have to do $10 and watch it because it's that good. It needs to be in your memory bank somewhere, your personal memory bank. So at the end of your filthy little lives, when you're sitting in your tomb, you can think, man, What We Do in Shadows was hilarious. And then you can remember it and be happy. And there you go.
Taika Waititi can do no wrong.
Oh my goodness, he is such a genius. He is just genius.
Right.
I
He really.
don't know. I don't
Anyway,
think
you're
it's
not
much.
wrong. Taika Waititi is freaking brilliant, and if you haven't watched all his movies, what are you doing with your life, really? What are you doing? What are you doing? But if you like horror movies and you haven't watched this one, come on, y'all. Dude's a goddamn I mean, I'm just gonna stop myself because I don't know what to say to you. I don't know.
If you haven't watched it, watch it.
Watch it.
That's what.
Okay, we were gonna do a list.
No, I don't think we're gonna do
We're
it.
not gonna do a list of vampire movies.
Oh
We think
man.
of the best vampire movies. Okay,
Like,
they give
do
you
you
a
have
top.
a favorite?
Well, we do top five.
five-ish.
Let's do top five.
Let's do top 6 because we're weird.
Top 6 because we're
There's
setting
3 of
ourselves
us,
off from
and
our
we could go 666. Let's rock it.
666. I like it.
The
Who
top.
wants to go first?
What do you guys?
All right, I'm gonna go first since I'm the number 16.
Fuck, I haven't written this shit down. I gotta write it down while Mike's talking.
Quit tapping the table. Oh my lord. Anyway, so my top 6 vampire movies in no particular order would definitely be Lost Boys, Near Dark, Interview with the Vampire, What We Do in Shadows, and probably the first Blade, just because. Those were all fine vampire moves, different in each aspect, comedy-ish. Those things I could watch every day-ish, at least maybe once a month, comfortably. There's some of my favorites.
Wait, did you name 6 or just 5?
And my 6 would probably be, now I'm totally blitzed. Thanks, 5, for being my number 6. Now I'm just going to randomly think of a vampire movie off the top of my head. Damn. Whew. And I've got no reference for what I've already said. So I'm going to have to go.
That's why I'm writing it down.
Definitely going off the deep end then. And of course, the best movie vampire adaptation was probably the 1990s Bram Stoker's Vampire Dracula. There we go. Winona Ryder, my heart. Gary Oldman.
I loved him.
My
I
other
love
heart.
him so.
Such a man. That's a man's man there. It's like, I could be Gary Oldman, I'd never care. And there we go. That's Gary Oldman. That's probably number 1, yep. Bram Stoker's Dracula, the 90s 4, I believe. Seen it in theaters a couple times. It was awesome. And it was just like pivotal horror movie stuff. Just kind of like the cinematography, Francis Ford Coppola's eyes. Stuff is amazing. There isn't much you can say about that other than if you haven't seen it, spoiler alert, go watch it. The end.
That was really great.
Yeah.
That was my prime goth years too. So when I reigned supreme as, the Winona Ryder as Mina.
Yeah.
In Dracula, I got that recognition for my 5 minutes there.
Then 16, 17 years later, we met, and it's been all.
And you still have
been
this
evil.
you still have this big crush on Winona Ryder, and it worked for me.
Yeah, it's great. Yeah, it's evil all the time still.
Evil all the time. Okay, I'm trying to think. Leah, do you want to go next?
I can't find a 6, but and most of mine overlap with Mike's.
They must have found it.
Okay, so definitely my number 1 is Bram Stoker's Dracula.
Okay.
I also love Lost Boys and Blade and What We Do in the Shadows and the original Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
But also, now that I remember, number 6 is Dracula Dead and Loving It.
Never saw that.
So fun. Such a good one. Like
It's
Liam
so
Neeson.
good.
So
I just have this hatred of Liam Neeson.
so bad. I don't get it. I don't get why you like Liam Neeson
Get
so
it
much.
either, but there it is. I can't stand him. I won't watch him.
He apparently married B.
You mean
Arthur.
Leslie Nelson?
Yeah.
Nielsen?
Yeah.
Okay.
Apparently he married B. Arthur in the last episode of Golden Girls. So there you go, people.
Okay, well, I've never liked him. All right, I also don't like Rodney Dangerfield. Okay.
Not a lot of
I
people.
think he was
List.
creepy. and gross.
Not a lot of people do, but
Like people,
They-
some dudes just fucking creep me out.
some people. Everybody appreciates his angle he was going from. It's like, yeah, we all have been the underappreciated, no respect kind of person. But he's a creepy ass looking dude. He could have been a vampire.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. All right, what else you got? You got that one. We're keeping you on
That
the.
was it. That was my 6.
That was 6?
Was it 6? Okay, recover because we were discussing.
Dracula,
Check.
Lost Boys,
Check.
Blade,
Classic.
What We Do in the Shadows,
Yep.
Buffy, and Dracula Dead and Loving It.
She's right.
That's very nice. It's a good 6. Very solid. All right.
So, should
come down to
should
you.
I just come down to my
It doesn't matter in
top
any order.
favorites, or
Yeah,
should
just
I
your favorites.
mention
In
other
no order.
honorable mentions that weren't mentioned already? Because
Now let's do your
some of
set.
y'all
Then
have
we'll
the
honor.
same
We'll
things.
we'll do the honorable mentions after your set.
okay, so like best vampire movie, my favorite vampire movie, and this is not an old movie. This movie is Let the Right One In.
Oh, nice.
Mm-hmm.
That movie was just fucking spot on, fucking powerful. And I know it's black and white, it's subtitled, I don't care, Let the Right One In. Let the Right One In is one of those vampire movies that actually hits you where a film hits you, and it's not anything to do with genre. Having said that, Lost Boys is still one of my favorite fucking vampire movies. Because I do like campy horror movies, funny horror movies. I love that shit.
Did you know
Somewhere
that
between
saxophone
those
player
two.
plays in Asheville?
Huh?
The saxophone player plays in Asheville sometimes.
What? Are you kidding me?
Really?
I'm not kidding.
We gotta go see that, y'all.
That's got to be seen.
We gotta go through.
Yeah, that's got to be seen.
Does he wear the spandex and shit? And the oil?
I honestly don't know.
Why wouldn't you? Really? Why would you not do that?
Okay, so when I talk about how much I love campy horror movies, Fright Night.
Great stuff.
Okay, the original Fright Night, not the remake. I never saw the remake. I heard the remake was really good. I didn't watch it because I couldn't bring myself. Because I have this.
I have a massive crush on Chris Sarandon.
I know you have a massive crush on Chris Sarandon, girl. Everybody knows. Okay, not everybody. Not everybody knows. I don't. I loved how campy it was and how fun.
It really is.
And the soundtrack was fantastic. I loved Fright Night. I never watched the remake. I probably should because I heard it was actually really good. And then I'm like, I don't know if I trust these people's, horror movie credentials. Like, you can't take a campy horror movie and make it more scary and slicker, and somehow that's going to improve it to me. Because
I don't think that's what they went for.
I like camp.
It's still campy.
I like campy movies. Did you watch it?
Yes, I barely remember it. But
Oh.
they didn't go for scary.
They didn't go for scary. They went for campy, but however, it was not memorable. Noted.
Correct.
Noted. Noted. Buffy the Vampire Slayer is also on my list for campy vampire movies. Like, basically anything that Joss Whedon has ever been involved with is gonna get a go from me, apparently. That guy, while we're saluting geniuses, is a fucking genius. Fucking love everything he's done. What did they do with Firefly? Why? Joss Whedon, just a fucking genius. I can't stand. Okay, but Buffy the Vampire Slayer, the movie. I never watched the series, but I watched the movie. I watch it every few years.
True that.
That's awesome.
Because it's so fucking goddamn funny. It's so good. It's so great. It's so Jane Austen, and I love what he did with that. That was just so funny. It was brilliant, and the comedy. Oh my god. I love funny horror movies when they're not trying to be funny. Or even, wait, no, wait. Scratch that. Back it up. When they're trying to be funny, but they're not trying to be, like, gross. When it's not trying necessarily, like, what was that series of movies that Oliver
True
wanted to
Blood.
watch?
No, wait. What?
The series of movies that Oliver wanted to watch? The scary movie?
Probably the really trashy ones.
Yeah, they were just trashy.
Yeah, we watched a couple
It was
scary
bathroom
movies.
humor, and I didn't like that.
Yeah.
But I like humor. Okay,
Wayne Brothers.
going back.
Whatever.
Notes back to way back. Nosferatu, and that's a 2-part, which is where I get away with 6 here.
Doesn't count. It's a 1-part.
Well, one's Murnau's Nosferatu, and one is Herzog's Nosferatu. So eat a dick.
I will not.
There's okay, do not.
Unless it's in the next movie I'm talking about here after this.
Okay.
Anyway, Herzog's Nosferatu was pretty amazing.
Both of those movies need to be remembered forever as being the original vampire movies.
Truth.
And they both have remarkable stage performances. So, I mean, that really does need to be remembered. I also want to give a shout out while I'm on here to my favorite episode of The X-Files. I can't remember what was that episode called? I'm going to look it up.
She was looking up the
The
episode.
one with the pizza delivery guy?
Oh, the pizza delivery guy! Exactly!
Yes, that's it.
Okay, that's not a movie, but I'm serious when I say that's one of my
Favorite
famous
vampire incidents.
vampire.
Yes, on screen. That is a great episode.
Exactly.
That one, as far as vampires, is probably the most remembered one. And the one that I loved was the other remembered one where they were in LA and everything's burning and Scully and Mulder were separated. And Mulder has that weird thing with the vampire girl and all hell burns. But that was one of my favorite episodes of the X-Files.
Bad Blood.
Bad Blood.
Bad Blood, the 12th episode of the 5th season. Okay,
It
y'all,
was so
if you're
funny.
not fans of the X-Files, this is the funniest fucking shit.
Spoiler alert. You're gonna have to watch it.
It was so good.
Luke Wilson is the cop.
You,
Yeah.
Luke Wilson, and the guy with the sunflower seeds. Why'd you go do that?
Magic fingers.
And the magic fingers.
Oh.
I just put the coins in the magic fingers.
It's okay,
Jesus,
another
that
body.
was like one of my favorite vampire moments in the world. Television, cinema, it doesn't matter. The fucking X-Files, Bad Blood. And also one of my favorite episodes of the X-Files, which I'm a big fan of.
That was such a fun episode.
That was so good. I've been thinking about that all day. I've been thinking about that episode of the X-Files. I should have ordered pizza and put on the magic fingers at some point.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, it was
I'm
so
gonna watch
fucking
that
funny.
when we're done.
Oh my god, I meant to watch it earlier today and I didn't. Because I got caught up reading this book, but if I
Yeah.
hadn't, that's what I would have been doing. I would have been watching that episode of the X-Files, which was one of my favorites. And it's not the scariest, but it's probably hands down the fucking funniest. The fucking funniest episode of the X-Files. It was about vampires, and
There you go.
look that shit up, y'all. Because I mean, I'm mentioning some fine cinema here.
Luke Wilson's
Herzog.
teeth.
Murnau, X-Files.
Excellent. Cheers. That is brilliant stuff.
Mm.
Yeah, both ones, Herzog's and the original Nosferatu from the 1930s.
W. Murnau.
Yeah, so good. So creepy.
Oh my god.
Yeah. It's like my favorite t-shirt has got like Don Knotts as Nosferatu and it's all creepy. I got from the Independents, so thank you. Independents band. You're great. Great t-shirt. Funny face.
It says Nosferatu.
nuts. Don nuts. He's a vampire.
His whole body's a weapon.
Yeah.
And if you're not a big enough cinephile to know what I just quoted, well.
Shame on you. But moving on, what do we want to watch this week? We are in COVID land, so we have a week or 3 before we have to go back to slave labor or whatever the flip we do if they want to make us work and die. So what do we watch in our limited bit of freedom? What's our upcoming films we want to see or series we want to watch? Maddie, go. You look tense.
Okay, I told Oliver I'd watch The Girl with All the Gifts.
Oh yeah, Girl with All the Gifts.
And I wanted to watch that other, Guillermo del Toro film, Devil's Backbone.
Devil's Backbone.
Oh yeah.
And I wanted to watch that other,
Crimson Peak, the ghost story one also.
I want to watch that too, actually.
We should do a whole episode dedicated to Guillermo del Toro.
I could
Totally.
dedicate my life to Guillermo del Toro.
Yeah, he's definitely deserving. Yes.
The Bong Joon-ho one, what was it called?
It wasn't. Gosh. Yeah, Bong Joon. He's got a couple good ones out that we haven't
There's a couple good
seen.
ones out there that are on Shudder or on Netflix. And I haven't seen them yet, but I can't remember right at this moment. But I wanted to watch some of that too.
Yeah, definitely. All right.
I really dig these directors. I still haven't seen Old Boy either.
And I've got a
And
copy of that,
apparently
and
the
we're watching
director of
that.
Old
Oh
Boy,
boy, will
also,
fuck with you.
apparently the director also directed a vampire movie. Can't remember what it's called right now.
But it's on the list.
I can look it up.
Yeah, I've got the Asian Tantum
What?
cinema collections.
Stop.
It's like I've got a bunch of those. I've been buying them at the pawn shop because that's what I do. I pawn shop movies. So I've been picking those off. There's a whole series that was released, and Old Boy was one of them. But my friend at work, who I've been trying my damnedest to get on the show, she suggested it, and well, I had to pick it up. It just happened to come across my screen. It's like, hey, there's that movie. I need to add that to my collection because it was apparently good. And I'm definitely going to watch it, but I don't know. I'm just terribly hindered by my children waking up earlier than I do and watching video games and playing video
Yeah,
games.
they do. They do that. They take over.
So it's hard to watch
They do.
crazy death and madness when they're trying to play video games. So we're all stuck with that as adults. If you're not an adult, that's something you could look forward to if you live through COVID. If you don't, well, it's not a problem. Enjoy your free movie time, peoples.
When I find the name of the vampire movie that his name is Chang-wook Park.
Yep. Oh yeah. So Leah, what are you watching this week?
Well, I guess I'm gonna have to watch Heathers.
Ha!
That's right, bitch.
Totally need to do that. That's happening. It'll change your life.
I'm gonna watch another episode of Defending Jacob, which is on Apple TV.
Interesting. What's that series?
It's not horror at all, but it's horrifying if you're a parent.
Eesh.
Heard?
Scary. Truly scary. If you're a parent, you'll understand. If you're not a parent, you probably will. Yikes.
Right.
Eesh.
And I'm gonna watch a lot of X-Files. I'm gonna drink the fuck out of the X-Files because Nighty got me in the mood for it.
Oh yeah. So good.
You're welcome.
Yep.
Thank you.
So good. All right. So myself personally, I'm probably gonna check out. Goodness, we looked up. There was a remake of Ganja and Hess done by Spike Lee.
Oh, Ganja and Hess. Did we not mention this in this episode?
This is why I'm bringing it up. But Ganja and Hess was a 70s black vampire movie made just epically. We watched it.
Wait, it's Dwayne Jones. Dwayne Jones, the hero from the original Night of the Living Dead.
Yes, he's the main star.
the main character in Ganja and Hess, the incomparable Dwayne Jones.
Mm-hmm.
This is that was an actually really beautiful vampire movie. If I can say that about a vampire movie, it was weird. I couldn't follow it for shit. It had a lot to do with African culture in a way that other black vampire movies of that era didn't really grasp, and they were trying to exploit African culture. This movie really was artistic. And I'm not dogging blaxploitation films either, because I get their place and I like them. But sorry about that on the table. But Ganja and Hess was this really remarkable like art film, which was in black and white, if I'm not wrong. Was it black and white?
No, it was in color.
It was? It felt like black and white.
It felt like black and white. It was definitely that.
It felt like black and
70s
white because
grade
it was that
color.
much. But it was
Yeah, it's definitely
a
that 70s.
very, very
70s damn.
strange film about vampires, but it involved a black professor in his mansion, and then he gets killed somehow mysteriously. His wife comes back. His wife makes lover with the other man who's living there. Or maybe I have that vice versa in my mind. Maybe he was the one who was the professor who had the place, and her husband got killed, who was not. It is actually really that hard to follow.
It's pretty intense. It was done in 1973. I'm just looking at the IMDb.
Okay.
But Dwayne Jones from Night of the Living Dead fame, Marlene Clark. I don't exactly know what she did, but she was Ganja.
She was Ganja.
But yeah, she was pretty awesome, and she eventually is the one that Hess decides, all right, that's my queen. There we go, and that's kind of how it rolls out. And it's a fine film. It was a very
beautiful love story, but it has vampirism and a lot of weird other stuff.
Apparently, Marlene Clark married Billy D. Williams for a few years.
Oh shit!
About 4 years almost.
Wow, that's cool.
But yeah, she did a lot of exploitation films.
Yeah, well.
But she's still around apparently, so that's awesome. 70.
Yeah. That, if you want to watch a weird vampire film that's gonna make you feel some feels.
Totally.
And question some questions. Ganja and Hess. Put that on your damn list. That is a weird old 70s vampire film that is very beautiful and very artistic and very weird, and you're not going to come away with the answers from it, but it's worth watching.
And oddly enough, it's one of those films where they don't get traditionally turned by some demonic something or another.
No, it was ceremonial.
It was ceremonial hoodoo kind of stuff, where he got stabbed. He just happened to randomly get stabbed by some guy's knife that just happened to come across customs. The guy stabbed him, and it was bizarre. It was just like this random ceremonial knife, not related to the entire any type of ceremony. It's just residual energy on the knife that turns people to vampires.
Absolutely, it's about hoodoo.
Totally good. Watch it. Definitely watch it.
Nothing against hoodoo, but people who practice hoodoo, if you're listening on our show, you don't want fuckers fucking with that shit without knowing what they're doing.
All right. So who's watched everything? Let's see.
I think we all went over what we watched.
What we're gonna watch.
I
think so.
I'm gonna watch. Nope, I said it all.
All right.
This other one is called The Thirst.
The Thirst. Yes.
That's the one that the guy who did Old Boy did. Chan-wook Park.
Is that another? I thought there was another 70s movie with David Bowie that was The Thirst too.
No.
Was that The Hunger?
Yes.
Okay, never mind. Alright, I'm mixing things up. But yeah, definitely Thirst will probably check out this week. Or she will when she wakes up and I go to sleep or something. Who
The
knows?
Hunger was a weird movie.
The Hunger was a fine film. Just funky.
It was fun.
Let's jump
I wish I
ahead.
would have liked it better than I did because I love David Bowie and I love Susan Sarandon and all them. But the movie,
Kind of meh.
I love Bauhaus and I love all that shit, but you know, it was kind of meh.
Alright, let's jump to our honorable mentions in vampire movies. Then we'll
We
wrap.
have an honorable mention category. I didn't even know we were doing this. Did you know, Leah? Because I didn't,
I
or
had
I
no
would have
idea.
saved the hunger.
Our honorable mention via the internet, and I was just skimming because I like to skim because my phone isn't being used right now. So my honorable mentions, in no particular order, is of course Ganja and Hess, which I brought up because damn, that was a great film worth
Actually,
talking
that,
about.
that needs being talked about.
So that deserved talking about. You guys need to watch it. Go. It's on Tubi or some. There's a couple free apps where you can watch this. Go check it out. Spend an hour or two.
Spend
Get
an
you
hour.
some.
Be artistic.
Get in the morning. Get up in the morning. Grab yourself a damn PBR, some snacks, and then get you a blanket and turn on Tubi and watch some free
Some
Ganja and Hess.
artistic movies.
Yeah, just chill,
Open your mind.
chillax, and enjoy that one. You'll like it. It's 70s. Don't go into it thinking it's like Bram Stoker's Dracula or anything crazy or anything super fancy. The camera work is not amazing, but
The camera work was actually pretty rad.
wasn't terribly great, but not bad.
I
Love the
I
cars,
liked it.
but there we are.
I liked the artistry of it.
I'm also throwing out The Hunger, which we just talked about. Great film. Check it out if you got a chance. The Hunger if you haven't seen it.
If you're gonna be
Shit, I just remembered another one.
Honorable mention coming from Leah. What you got,
Hold on,
Leah? What you got, Leah? Shoot it out. Wait, it's in your head.
What
Honorable
was that?
mention.
Only Lovers Left Alive.
I've never watched that, but I heard it was good. That's Jim Jarmusch?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah.
I haven't watched that. I like Jim Jarmusch in spite of myself, just because I'm such a fucking arty, fucking farty person. I like his films, so I might watch it.
So what was that one called again?
Only Lovers Left Alive.
Only Lovers Left Alive. Have you seen that one?
I haven't
Leah?
seen.
Wow, it's really cool.
She's seen it.
So, all right, that one's got definitely check it out. That's cool. We're gonna.
It definitely doesn't make you want to be a vampire.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
important.
yeah.
Very
That's
important.
The important thing.
We-
Jim Jarmusch.
all right. In the other honorable mentions, I've got 3 more, but we're definitely gonna go with 30 Days a Night. We've talked about it a little bit. It was the
Cheers.
amazing 28 Days Later of vampire movies for the modern era, which a lot of us have seen.
You make me laugh.
It's good stuff. 30 Days a Night, watch it. Its sequel, not bad at all, either.
I didn't
Honestly,
watch this scene.
good stuff. I enjoyed it.
Okay.
We have A Girl Walks Home Alone at Night. And if you haven't
Oh
seen
god, this title is frightening.
No, dude, did
No.
you watch that?
if you,
Dude, it's actually like
It's
really,
amazing.
really beautiful film. It's really, really good. It's not terrifying. It's really kind of. It's an art film, so there's that. It's an art film about vampires, but it's actually really, really well done. It's really kind of gripping, and the way that she directed it, I really liked that a lot. Actually, I forgot about that on my list.
yeah, so that one's on.
Girl Walks Home Alone at Night. Put it on your list to watch because that actually, it's only a few years old.
Subtitled.
It-
It's black and white. It's
is-
tasteful
yeah,
and
it's not in English.
fun.
You have to watch the subtitles. So,
Watch it, and if you get
hey,
chance,
and then when you look at it, because Mike and I watched this with the
Joe Bob Briggs.
Joe Bob Briggs, we know what the fuck the tattoo on the guy said. The
If you-
named
when you-
Pimp guy has
Yeah.
a tattoo on the side of his face.
And it's bizarre looking. It's Arabic-ish looking.
No.
It's a bunch of squiggly, cool looking lines that you can tell is writing, but
And what it says is
and it's just insane what it actually means. But we're gonna save that for you to look up because we don't have to spoil that because it's hilarious. But
okay,
the Joe Bob
we're not
Briggs,
gonna
check him
spoil
out.
it.
He did
If
it.
you want to
He
know,
did a
because
review
you're my
of
friend,
it.
you can message me.
Terrible. Anyway, the other film that deserves honorable mention
That was a good
was
film.
that was a good film. Was blah, 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 The Sweet Blood of Jesus, which was the Ganja and Hastam kind of remake,
Okay, the one that Spike Lee did.
the Spike Lee
I
one,
never saw the remake.
and that's what I'm gonna probably be checking
Can
out
you
this
say
week.
that title again?
The Sweet Blood of Jesus.
The Sweet Blood
Oh,
of Jesus.
This was the Spike Lee cover, a remake
Reimagining, maybe.
of Ganja and Hess, the beautiful
Okay.
1970s film.
From
Spike
20.
Lee apparently remade the film.
In
You
20
know how I feel about remakes.
It was
As
24.
much as I like Spike Lee as a director.
It's 2014, so this is super modern for Spike Lee because he doesn't do too much very often. But this was like one of his latest works actually, 2014. But he decided to do a vampire movie, so good for Spike Lee. So we're gonna check that out this week. You can watch it on a couple of free apps if you need to. Tubi looks like, according to the internet, it's the most popular one. You can get that on your phone if you have Android, and probably if you have one of those iPhone thingies, you probably can watch it for free there too, because Tubi's kind of like that. And we can download it to our TV and our smart box and Xbox probably, but I don't know. So the Sweet Blood of Jesus is getting watched this week, probably by myself, maybe with freaking Ganja over here, but I'm not sure.
Maybe.
And let's see, that's what we're gonna
Your
watch this
Ganja.
week. You're my Hess, deal with it.
Neither.
So we're jumping up to the final three little segments here, which aren't very much at all, hardly anything at all. Starting with myself, what did I learn this week? And the question will be reiterated to y'all, what did you learn this week? What I learned this week is I learned how to make a tandoori oven out of simple Lowe's flower pots. And pretty much anything you can get at Lowe's. You get some fire lava bricks, lava stuff, lava stone. You get 3 nice size flower pots that stick together in each other and pretty much stick them together. That's it. You might drill a couple holes.
well, that's cool.
Real simple. Tandoori ovens are convection heating ovens. You can make like naan in them, and they're apparently ridiculously hot once you actually start firing them up. We'll learn that in a few days when I fire ours up, which has been drying because the lava rocks were all wet because they were outside because it's Lowe's, but that's fine. I bought too many lava rocks, so I got 2 bags of lava rocks extra. Don't know what I'm gonna do with those, but
You have to put somebody else in tandoor oven.
tandoori. Either way, tandoori oven. We're gonna make some kebabs here, probably in a couple days. Maybe grill up some chicken, wings. You just fire it up. Thing gets up to about like 500 or 800 degrees apparently.
800.
One or the other. I'm just saying, like at the lowest, they're probably about 500 degrees, and you'll use skewers and stick them in the dang thing, and that's it. It's crazy. And I learned that. And cast iron is really hard to clean if it's super decades old rusty. It's super hard to fix.
What I learned today was that, or this week, was that I could tell my husband, hey, wouldn't it be cool if we could make our own homemade naan and kebabs and just watch him go to work? It's like I have a spell.
I feel
It's
used.
like
Feel used.
it's like I have a spell. I just, you know what? My Indian butter chicken is pretty good, but could it be better? Could it be better? What do you think? Look at this. And boom, shit's done. That's how you do it, bitches. That's all you have to do is power suggestion. If you have to do more than that, girls, you're trying too hard. You're trying too hard. Find you a new man. Love y'all.
Leah, I feel used. What have you got, Leah? What did you learn this week?
I didn't learn shit this week. I got bit by a dog.
Oh my god, I bet you learned some legal stuff from that.
Yeah, you learned some stuff about dog bites. What the fuck?
Ugh.
And your
Ugh.
husband called up on the
Ew.
dog catcher, right?
We called animal control the night it happened.
And they didn't do shit, right? Am I right?
No, of course not.
Fuckers.
Of course not. Of course not.
Damn it.
Motherfuckers. How's your leg doing bad? Because I didn't even check back.
It looks awful, but it feels fine.
Okay, so you got some iodine at the house?
I have alcohol and Epsom salt.
Salt
And
and
Salt.
alcohol.
How about salt with iodine in it?
It's.
Girl, you said you were going to your mama's house for some now.
I didn't make it to my mom's house because I got sick.
Okay. What? Because of the dog bite?
COVID?
Possibly, or no, not COVID.
Damn it.
No,
Or
none of that.
possibly food poisoning or antibiotic sensitivity. I just wasn't feeling well, so we canceled the thing at my mom's house.
Okay, girl, I'm going to bring some of my t-shirt tomorrow, babe.
It's gonna be good. Stuff's tasty. Burn you up. It's good.
You know what? Whatever it is, it's going to clear it out of you.
Yeah.
Alright. That's good. That's what we learned this week. Sort of, kind of.
Order some iodine.
Get some iodine. Dip it on there.
Cool.
At this point, it's a little late. Because
No.
it's been like
Never
4 or
too
5
late.
days easy.
Never too late to
Cover things in iodine.
cover in the future.
Fair enough. Probably true. Keep that in mind, people. Get you some iodine
Here
in
you go,
case you need to clear
America.
stuff.
Get you some iodine.
Iodine. Get some moose
Fuck's sake. Get you some musnia. You can't.
You can, because it's everywhere.
But
Just,
get it from somewhere safe.
and
Somewhere you know is responsible.
old man's beard. Chew it up, stick it on stuff, chew it up and eat it. Whatever. It's good stuff. And there we go. Alright, let's... Alright, we're running into the next phase of our COVID land experience. What's your thoughts on that? Are we going to end up all zombies? Do you think government's just going to kill us all off? Do you think this is some sort of...
Are we still on air?
phase?
Or is this not air?
What? I'm still recording.
That's
So-
why I'm being funny.
Yeesh. Wow. Alright, so like we're running it. Everybody in the state of NC is moving into phase 1 of the COVID release situation. It's kind of scary. It's very horror-like.
Oh, wait, did I just cut Leah off? Leah, are you there?
Leah?
I hit a button.
Oh, you son of a bitch. Why?
Because I didn't think it was Leah.
Why'd you damn kill the phone? Oh my goodness.
Hold on.
You've
Hold on, everybody. We're going to get this back on track.
You've X something, Leah. Good
I-
lord.
I'm calling her.
Wow. Alright, so we lost her. She's back, resurrected. We're
I'm
entering.
back.
Yay! We're phase 1. It's kind of scary. I don't know. So phase 1
I
really
don't want to
does.
reopen.
I don't want to reopen
I
either.
don't want to reopen.
It's like, it's like,
For people who
I
have
vote no.
watched horror movies, apparently, we have like the common sense to go, no.
it's a bad idea.
No,
Don't do it.
no.
Right?
No.
Have they learned nothing from horror movies? Don't reopen.
Seriously.
Yeah, if you want to get the advice from people who are experts, it's the people who watch horror movies, and we're like, no,
Bad idea, people. Don't-
bad idea, bad idea, bad idea. Stop. You're ridiculous.
Yeah, so that's where we're at. We're at phase 1 of the next level of our game, of probably us dying. And that's the horror. Cheers. And there we are. But, what are we going to do? We're not the government. We voted for those jackasses, and then they fucking bow to wherever the hell's paying them.
Didn't vote for any of those cunts.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, a few of them, but not the big ones.
Anyway, so we're reopening. Any thoughts on that, Leah?
I don't want to.
Fair enough. Any
We're
other?
just going to get a second wave, and it's going to be bad.
it's just gonna bring a second wave, and it's gonna be bad.
I agree.
It's just gonna be so bad, and
We can't have Halloween because we're reopening now.
Halloween, fair. Halloween's gonna be really weird. Given we're at the halfway point between, we're halfway to Halloween now. This is the month that we're halfway to Halloween, so
Yeah.
it's kind of like had to make this podcast. The last podcast disappeared into the ether, so I have no idea what happened to that. I couldn't find it on the computer. It didn't record or deleted itself, and decided no. So probably it's because we incantated Gene and Clayton out of the ether.
At the same time.
So yeah, that probably destroyed the video from itself out. So sad. So lesson learned: we can't invoke two people at the same time and have the recording.
No, sure.
Yeah, have it record safely.
Didn't know.
Didn't know. But all right, so with one person, as we're doing with Leah right now, because the candles are still almost out, so we're good. We should be fine with this recording. Anyway, this is the time of COVID. That's the way things work. Deal with it. We're in phase 1. It's a scary, scary time for everybody. We still can't really go in shopping. Can't really go to our favorite places to get horror movies easily. And it's a lot of internet
We
ordering.
got a lot of fucking privilege, Mike. Shut up.
Just saying.
I'm
You're
just
just overreacting. Chill.
Am I overreacting?
Are you asking me?
I'm asking the world.
Okay.
We have a lot at our fingertips. We're not. It's not so bad you can't go to your favorite store to get your horror movies. That's not really a big deal. It's not really a big deal at all.
Probably.
Probably not.
Either way, you still can't.
Probably not.
So
Love you, babe.
it feels weird.
Feels weird, but not
And that's
big,
where we've been for the last
but
2
not
months.
a big deal.
Yeah. It's a point. We're in that kind of business. We actually aren't in any business. All this doesn't make it. Wait, we've almost made them 25 cents. So thank you, our listeners. Appreciate you.
Thank you, listeners.
So
Oh, neat.
yeah, we're almost
I
up to a
didn't know
quarter.
that.
Yeah,
25 cents.
we're almost up to a quarter.
Hello, sailor.
Hello, listeners. We appreciate you in England and Canada. Thank you. You've almost made us
Would
a
you like
whole
to see
quarter.
some pictures of my feet?
Weirdo.
Would you like some pictures of my husband about coughing his wine up his nose into his glass when I said that?
Ugh, awful. There's no pictures
Either way,
for
it's
you.
all sexy and no shame.
Because we're on radio. We have faces for radio. Deal with it. Even if you don't know that we
And
don't.
no shame, but that really happened.
Awful, people. Awful. All right, so
That's.
do you guys got
funny.
any runner-ups, thoughts on vampire movies that we didn't
Just
cover?
Give it time for the audience, Mike. You have to give comedy time for the audience.
No, they're laughing now, and they're like, "Wait, well, I paused."
What?
They
What?
They got the luxury of pausing. This is live.
Oh, come on. We have to pause live. I know. I'm not
We're
wrong.
not streaming, so that's the difference. If we were streaming, that'd be something else. Yeah, we'd be begging Patreon
I'm
and
pretty
crap
sure
like that.
I'm right about this. But
You're not probably far off, but anyway, anybody got any runner-up ideas for vampire movies? I forgot to ask.
Nope. None done.
Nope.
Unless you want to watch all 8 marathon of subspecies, which suck from start to finish, just because you need something to do.
And if you need to watch Blackula or Scream, Blackula, Scream, definitely
No,
do that too.
Scream, Blackula,
Both of
Scream,
them
and Blackula
don't-
are actually
They're both good.
really good films.
I'm just saying, these are the runner-ups. I don't get all defensive
Well,
about
don't
it.
put them on the par with some species, because that's.
No, I'm just saying that's my opinion right
Wait,
now.
wait.
I ain't put a. Your subspecies weirdness is you.
Can I go
What
back
I'm saying is,
and say what I'm saying?
no, don't damn jump on my train. So watch Blackula, watch Scream, Blackula, Scream, and according to my sidekick here, watch Subspecies, the entire series,
I'm not
because that's
your
what it's
sidekick.
about.
I'm not his sidekick.
Wrong speaker.
I'm not his sidekick. No, wait. Subspecies is crap. Blackula and Scream Blackula Scream were fantastic films. Scream Blackula Scream, fucking Pam Grier. Are you kidding me, y'all?
Didn't make our
That was
lists, but
fucking-
amazing.
It is on my top 10 list.
Yeah, we only went 666.
Yeah, you only went to 666, so Scream Blackula Scream with Pam Grier is on my fucking top 10. Subspecies, I've watched the entire series. Why? Because I was in a really unhappy relationship at the time and it was free on my television during the month of October.
Yikes. That should be a bad sign. I don't know. Just me. That sounds like a bad sign.
That does sound like a bad sign. And Subspecies are bad movies, but it's funny.
I've got
It's
the entire
funny.
collection.
It's funny to watch.
I paid like $250 for the entire collection of movies.
Okay,
It's
it would
deal.
probably be a funny relationship to watch too, if you want to know the truth of it. But there it is. Scream Blackula Scream. I would recommend over the entire Subspecies thing.
The Bloodstone. The
The
Bloodstone.
Bloodstone. Oh my gosh. The thing when it got on the
Jeez.
and then run off.
Yeah.
No, y'all, if you want to watch a crappy horror movie, vampire movie, Scream Blackula Scream for the win, okay? That was the shit.
And you got anything else, Leah, for the honorable
She's trying to
mentions?
call me here.
No, I'm good.
Okay.
Dang it. All right. So that means I have to. I'm definitely going to shout this one out because it definitely needs to be mentioned in our vampire movie segment. The Hammer Christopher Lee Draculas.
Oh, for fuck's sake, yes.
We need to
70?
just pay homage to that
What was it,
brilliant
78?
man.
When did that come out?
Those were all in the 70s.
When did the Dracula?
I didn't look it up. I'm just saying all of the Christopher Lee's
Jesus
Draculas.
Christ, Mike.
Sit, chill out. All the Draculas from that Hammer films were pretty spot on. All the Hammer film Draculas, vampire films are pretty spot on. Daughters of Dracula, Christopher Lee's Dracula. If you got a chance, you got the ability. I don't, but check them out. They're great. I've seen only 2 of them, and they were awesome. The whole neon blood. It's a whole defining thing. If you're gonna do a vampire movie, you're either gonna do it with regular blood or you're definitely going neon blood, and that kind of defines what kind of vampire movie you're working on. And that's my opinion on that. The damn Christopher Lee Dracula, such goodness. And there we go. That's all I got on a side note. We talked about what we're watching this week. Our viewers are wondering what's going on right now. The bar is getting a little bit saucy on this end, and we're about to wrap this up, so let's do the wrap up. Oh my goodness. That's hilarious. It probably got recorded. I didn't hear it. So anyway, that's fair. So we're
talking
getting
about Christopher Lee.
Christopher Lee.
Christopher
Man.
Lee.
Someday in the future, people, you
godfather.
might not be. I don't know. Future people.
Wait, did y'all know? Never mind. That's
Stop. All right. Future people. Christopher Lee. He was a major actor in the 70s. He got a second wind in the 2000s with the Lord of the Rings and the Star Wars trilogies, things.
Tim Burton things.
And he did get Tim Burton respect.
Hello?
We got you here, girl.
Hey,
You're
welcome
back on
back.
air.
You're back from the ether. Welcome back. Well, I was just ranting to the future people of the podcast that Christopher Lee was an amazing actor, and
Yeah,
he got
100%.
2 decades of greatness.
100%. And can we give some credit to Christopher Lee for his vampire?
That's what I was saying. That's what I'm saying.
For his Dracula?
his Dracula was
in
amazing.
1979?
Yeah, it's great. That's
For
what I'm
his
saying.
1979 Dracula? That was actually one of the Dracula performances that really drew me in. I love that shit. I love that hot pink blood. I love the fucking spider webs. spiderweb canopy below the camera when the camera angles shoot down at him, and he's on the staircase, on the spiral staircase. I love that shit. Christopher Lee in Dracula in the 79, 77?
Something early, mid 70s.
Late 70s, 70s Dracula. Can you look that up?
Everybody just look it up. We're just talking.
Curious.
We don't need exact. I don't need exactness. I'm not gonna look it up. But
well, some cat's not gonna look it up. But it was in the late 70s where Christopher Lee did this Dracula.
you're probably wrong. Now I have to look it up just to spite you.
He's just gonna look it up to spite me. I'm gonna be right, because you know what?
I'm looking up Chris
I know
Lee
my shit.
Dracula.
I know my shit a bunch. No. Anyway, Christopher Lee was just brilliant in that. He was beautiful. He was so enigmatic, and the camera angles that the House of Hammer used above him. Oh my god, with the spider webs and shit. It was so beautiful. It was so absolutely. It was perfect for what it was, you know. And the hot pink blood. But what are you laughing about?
Like I was
Mike's
saying,
laughing.
like Christopher Lee's 1958 Dracula was amazing. Christopher Lee was a brilliant fucking Dracula. His Daughters of Darkness in 1966 was epic.
Okay, you're talking about the 70s Dracula.
Not the one we know.
No?
Nope, that was not it. That's why I'm saying it in a humorous way.
Because I'm not.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. 1958. The Hammer films, of course, which I was talking about, which I thought were 70s early, but it's actually 1958. He did 66, Daughters Dracula, and that was a lot of it. There's a lot of other Christopher Lee Draculas.
This was Dracula.
So stop.
It was Christopher Lee, and you were wrong.
That one had him as Dracula in it. 1958. Pure brilliance. It's probably the one we're talking about, but that's not the point. Christopher Lee's as Dracula, so just defining. Bela Lugosi, amazing. Christopher Lee, that one step up, because he did it multiple times apparently. Yeah, he did actually. But yeah, Christopher Lee, damn. He got 2 decades of great cinema that people will remember in certain context. Anyway, that's it. That's all we got. I've got nothing else. Wrap up. Anybody got anything for wrap up idea? Nope. Leah, you got anything for you want to say to the world? Leah?
Leah, are you still there?